Welcome to the Perceptive Engineering online tutorial for data trending. In this video we'll cover the basics of setting up and manipulating a time series trend in the Perceptive APC software suite. For this example we're going to be using a continuous data file. To load it, we go to the Data, Continuous Files node on the Explorer tree and double-click on the file of choice. At this point the data table will open. The easiest way to generate a trend is to select the signals you want to trend on the data table. Much like Excel, you can make use of Control-click or Shift-click to select multiple columns. To generate a trend of the selected signals, from the right-click menu, select Graphical Displays and Trend. This will generate a set of time series trends for the selected data signals. At the top of the trend, you can see the start and finish time of the visible data along with the data range, and at the bottom you'll see the start and end times of all data available. If you click anywhere on the trend, you'll generate the cursor. This shows you the signal values for the selected point, and at the top you'll see the timestamp for the cursor itself. If you want to view both signals in the same plot, all you have to do is click on the name of the signal you want to move and drag it into the trend area you want to view it in. The cursor now shows the value for both signals at the selected time point. Each trend line is automatically assigned a colour, but should you wish to trend this, all you need to do is right-click on the signal name you want to change, and in the subsequent menu, go to Set Colour and select the new colour of your choice. If you want to add data markers to a trend line, right-click on the corresponding signal ID and under the Data Points option, select the marker shape of your choosing. If you wish to add a new signal to a trend, all you need to do is go back to the data table, select the signal of choice and drag it onto the trend area where it will automatically be included in the plot. If you want to move one of the signals to its own plot, right-click on the signal name again and select Move to New Plot. To remove a trend line, right-click on the signal name you want to delete and select Remove from the menu. Plots can be reordered by right-clicking on the trend area you want to move and selecting either Move Up or Move Down from the menu. Here you can see that one of the pressure variables has a pink signal ID. This tells you that this variable has missing or bad data. As before, if we use trend from the right-click menu, we can see on the resultant plot that there's pink bands where there's been bad or missing data. This is useful to determine if these are occurring randomly or if there's a structure behind it that suggests an underlying issue. How to deal with bad data will be the subject of a future Perceptive Engineering online tutorial. An alternative way to create a trend is from the Explorer tree. In this case, all the signals are measured signals, so if you expand the signal node, go to Process Data and then Measured, select the signal you want to trend, right-click and select Trend, the plot will be generated. As before, if you want to add a new signal to the trend, all you have to do is select it in the Explorer tree and drag it onto the plot area you want to include it in. As before, we're going to change the new trend line's colour using the signal right-click menu, but also give it more emphasis against the existing signal by selecting the Highlight On option. To zoom in on a specific area, drag the cursor across the time period you want to look at. You'll be shown the start and end times as well as the span of the period selected. Right-click on the trend area and select Zoom. You'll see that the start and end times at the top of the trend area have changed to represent the visible data, while those at the bottom still represent the entire data range available. The scroll bar at the bottom of the trend can be used not only to scroll backwards and forwards across the entire data range, but also by dragging the ends you can zoom in and out of the data as you wish. You'll notice that as we scroll, the y-axis automatically scales to the range of the visible data. You can easily change this to a scale of your choice by right-clicking on the trend area, selecting Configuration and then Axes options. In the resultant window, you can select fixed minimum and maximum range values for every signal shown on the trend. If we click on Apply and then go back to the data trend, you'll see as we scroll backwards and forwards, the range on the y-axis stays constant. Should you wish to save a trend for future use, all you need to do is right-click in the trend area and select Save. You'll then be asked to give the trend a name. Once you've entered this, if you click on OK, the trend has been saved. You can see this by closing the existing trend, then going to the Explorer tree and selecting Views, Continuous, and then Trends. Here you'll see a list of any saved trends. If you double click on the trend you've just saved, it'll reopen, and you'll see that not only the signals have been included, but also the configurations such as colour, highlighting, and scaling. That concludes the Introduction to Data Trending online tutorial. For more information on Perceptive Engineering, visit us at www.perceptiveapc.com or follow us on Twitter @PerceptiveAPC.